Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1804 third guinea, the 1/3 of a guinea piece from 1804 as we see here. All will be explained as to the denomination and the facts and figures, but let's begin with the design. So here we have the reverse design featuring quite a simple one with just a nice royal crown to the centre there, under which is the date, of course 1804. We then have the legend surrounding this in, of course, Latin, which reads Britanniarum Rex Fidei Defensor, and this translates from the Latin to English as King of Britain, Defender of the Faith. And there is a little star there in between the end and start of the legend. This, of course, that legend, by the way, of course, refers to King George III. Around the rim, we can see small teeth, or sort of quite large, actually, milling, surrounding the whole coin. This is, of course, a preventative measure, a countermeasure to clipping, so no gold can be shaved off of the sides of the coin. Moving over to the obverse, you can see here the portrait of King George III, one of his many portraits, and probably one of the least flattering of those portraits. He faces right and wears a wreath in his hair, no crown. He is again surrounded by a legend here. This reads in Latin Georgius III de Gratia, meaning George III by the grace of God, linking to the divine right of kings, as he was chosen by God in that thinking. And again we see there is milling around the rim, so on both sides prevented and protected from being clipped or shaven, so that gold content would remain as is supposed to be. Now then, there's the design. Quite a nice one, but fairly simple, I think you'll agree. Let's now move on to the facts and figures. This is one of the very last coins to be made at the Tower of London, the Tower Mint in the Tower of London, as in 1810 the mint moved to Tower Hill. The coin is composed of 9167 gold, so this is 91.67% pure, or better known as 22 carat for the purity of this coin. The weight of the coin is 2.8 grams, so a fairly light coin, as it is a fairly small coin as we see with a diameter of 17 millimeters, comparable today to a 5p piece in diameter. Now the mintage of this coin is unknown. The Tower of London Mint did never really record any mintage figures, so we don't know quite how rare it is, but it isn't too common, but it is one of the more common dates for this type of coin. The third guinea type of coin, and this is an 84p coin, which was 7 shillings or 0.35 of a pound. And back in 1804, 1/3 of a guinea, this coin, was equal to £44 and 86p today, so quite a good bit of buying power. You know, you could buy definitely a lot of things back in 1804 with one of these. And the coin was demonetised not long after, though, 1817, of course, as the sovereign was introduced. What is the value, though, this coin today for collectors? Well, it will sell for around £245 in poor condition, £275 in fine condition, £350 in extremely fine, and £450 in uncirculated grade. So quite a high price there. Of course, the underlying gold content is the major factor in this coin's relatively high value, but still an affordable coin. And do comment down below, do you have this very interesting third guinea coin? So there we go, please subscribe if you've enjoyed, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more coins on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.